This is Jonathan Agger, fifth.
And if they start cutting out, then I'll have to cut out. You know, if they start moving, I'm gonna move with them.
This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Greg Paul here in Saudi Arabia ahead of Tommy Fury, Jake Paul, or Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, this Sunday, one of the biggest fights of the year so far. Greg, before we get into the fight, are you one of the proudest dads in the world? I mean, two of your sons absolutely smashing it, two of the most famous people. Do you have to pinch yourself? Like, what goes through your mind seeing how well they've done?
Oh, I'm not even sure if I'm actually standing here talking to you, because I think it's a simulation. I think it's all made up because it's so surreal, and it's something you would have never thought of. And you know, Logan, Jake, and I, we get together, we're like, is this shit real? Like, Logan, you're in WWE, Jake, you're fighting, you know, on a stage in front of the world. That being said, I'm super proud of everything they do, but the biggest thing I'm proud of is their work ethic and their way, how they overcome adversity. They don't break down, and they outwork everybody, and no matter how big of a shit show it is, they believe they're going to get through it, and that's transferring to the rest of their life. So really, I love the shit they're doing. I love all this stuff, but I'm most proud of their work ethic, their drive, and their attitude.
Are they misunderstood, in your opinion? I mean, Jake does sometimes play the villain in build-up to fights, but I think I'd speak for all the media who's spoken to him. He's very sort of down to earth. He doesn't think he's bigger than, I guess, he is, even though he's got 20 million followers. But do you think at times they're misunderstood?
Yeah, Jake's definitely misunderstood, and you know, he plays it well, but the truth of the matter is Jake has a big heart. I mean, a huge heart, and he's so nice, and he's been screwed over a lot because he's so nice and he's such a good dude. And they a lot of, you know, Jake's not afraid to take the risk for what he believes in or what he wants to pursue, and a lot of people can't handle that, and that's why they push back on what he's doing. I mean, look what he's doing in boxing. He's bringing eyes to the table that haven't been here for years.
Have either of them changed since all the success and fame?
Initially, they did the first couple, 3-4 years. It was getting to their head. They're being a little cocky, getting out of there. You know, like they're a lot of them. They're surrounded by yes men. So I've had to come along and like bring them back a little bit. But now they're more mature. They've grown up a little bit. Now they're where they really should be. And I think, you know.
Obviously, we saw Logan fight KSI all those years ago, and since then, him and KSI are business partners, sponsoring UFC, Arsenal. So, do you see after this fight potentially Jake and Tommy becoming friends or business partners?
I don't see Jake becoming. He might be friendly with Tommy, but definitely not a business partner. Tommy's too lazy. He doesn't work hard enough. He doesn't keep his word, and that's a big part of business. So yeah, he won't do any business with him. No way.
What have you made of Tommy's comments in the build-up? He feels that Jake is no harder than a journeyman. He said that his career ends Sunday night in terms of in terms of fighting professional boxers. What do you see from that, and what do you think of Tommy?
I think it's a mistake. In the fight game, anybody can win and lose at any time, and for anybody who's fighting anybody to think that they have it in the bag, I believe is a mistake. I understand the confidence, but I think he's delusional about how he's doing and what he's doing. I think it's gonna show up Sunday night.
What's your prediction?
I think Jake's gonna finish him within 4 rounds.
Now, one person who's changed their mind, I don't know if you've seen it. Who am I going to say?
Yeah, Eddie Hearn. Okay, dude, what are you talking about? 3 weeks ago, you're all about it, and then all of a sudden you change your mind? So did somebody like pay him off and say, hey, let's change the betting odds? Like, come on, you don't. That's bullshit.
And just finally, John Fury, you've made some comments in an interview saying that he's a punk and a bully, but you respect him. Can you do you remember saying those comments? Yeah. And if so, what did you mean by them?
You're talking about John Fury?
Yeah.
He's always messing with people. You know, he got in the ring. He's yelling at Jake. It's like he wants the limelight, and he doesn't need the limelight, dude. It's not your time. It's Tommy's time. Like, step back and just support your kid. I don't know. I don't need the 15 minutes of fame. I don't think he needs it, and that's what I'm referring to. Plus, I did hear that he poked somebody's eye out, which is one of the moves I like. So the fact that he did that, I kind of admire the guy.
All right. On that note, Greg Paul, appreciate your time ahead of this huge fight Sunday. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury.
Thank you, man.